in the Lone Star Land, with boots on my feet and dreams in my hand. A little sassy but a whole lot of grace. You'll see that fire when you look in my face. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Barbecue smoke, Friday night lights, cheering for the Astros under Texas skies. A little bit stubborn, a whole lot of charm. This big old heart will keep you warm. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Barbecue smoke, Friday night lights, cheering for the Astros under Texas skies. A little bit stubborn, a whole lot of charm. This big old heart will keep you warm. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. From the blue bonnet fields to the city streets, every step I take feels like home to me. With a little sass and a lot of pride, this Texas girl's got nothing to hide. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Gummy shoe prints, laid them down the street. Chocolate wrappers hiding secrets sweet. They don't miss a beat, they've got a knack. With licorice ropes pulling answers back. Twist the wrapper to reveal the truth. A sticky web spun by a candy sloop. No sour lies can escape the grip. These lollipops always.
Sebastian, sweet boy, where have you gone? The sun sets low, but we keep on.
Well, hello. I guess StreamYard did not want me to play Sebastian's song. Oh my goodness, it just cut off. I didn't know what happened. Wasn't even touching buttons. How crazy is that? Hang on just a minute. I'm going to try something real quick. Let's see. I know there's two of me. Be patient, be patient. Oh, that doesn't work. Let's see. Hello? There I am. Can y'all see me? Okay. I was trying to keep up with chat while so I could see everybody, but I got to add myself here and it was being crazy. And anyways, thank you all for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you, everybody. for coming in and joining me today. It was so good just hanging out with you guys yesterday. I really enjoyed that. So if y'all were here, thank you. Hello, Blue Eyes. How are you, beautiful? Hope you're well. Hey, Miss Rhonda. Hope you're staying warm. Hello, TJ. Daniel. Brenda Sue. Hello to you. Let's see who else we got up in here with us today. Maui, always good to have you, my friend. Hello, Miss Peggy. How are you doing? Good to have you. Let's see who else we've got with us. Texas Plain Jane. Hello, my Texas friend. Hello, Miss Teresa. How are you doing today? Let's see. Victoria. Hello. Good to have you. Lisa King. Hello, beautiful. There's Sassy Granny. Hello to you. See who else? Oh, I got booted. It booted my second one. So that didn't work. Holly, hello, friend. Hope you're staying warm. Hello, Felicia. Good to have you. Hey, Lolo. Good to have you with us. Bluegrass Meadows. Hello to you. Hey, Mama. Good to have you. Let's see who else we got up in here with us. Y'all, my toes got cold. Now I'm cold all over. Hello, Jacqueline. Good to see you. And YouTuber. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Connie, hello to you. Let's see who else we got. Elaine, hello there. Valley Gal, how you doing? Let's see. Me and you, hello. Hello, Donna and Linda Hall. How are you? Michelle, hello there. There's our Nani. How you doing? Good to have you with us. Hey, cool cougar. How's it going? Hey, Sky Maiden. Good to see you today. Let's see, Miss Kathy. Hello. Do do do. Cat lady, how you doing? Narita, always good to have you with us, Narita. Want to be sleuthing? How you doing? She said, gonna be in the bushes. Oh, homework, fun. Well, thank you for listening. We appreciate you being here supporting us. Let's see who else we got sneaking in. I'm out. Hello to you. It is so good to see you. I'm so glad to see your name back out here again. It's even cold in Florida. Bless your heart. Oh, I tell you, we're not used to cold weather like this. It's crazy. And it's still cold. It's crazy. I went out to check the mail about 1:30 and there was still ice all over the place. I couldn't believe it. Hey, Tam. Good to see you. Daisy Dukes. Hello, beautiful. Hope you and Scarlett are doing well. Thanks you to everybody for being here. Appreciate y'all so much, even those in the bushes. Thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all being here. Hope everybody's staying warm and toasty because if it's like at my house, it's cold. And silly me, I got to walking around without my shoes on or no socks on, and my feet got cold. Now my whole body's cold. But anyways, the kiddos went back to school today. They started 2 hours late just to get the roads a little better shapes. But okay, Daisy, I hope everything's okay, sweetie. It's 11 degrees, but it feels like -4. Ah, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Hello, Mally Cat. Good to see you. Lord have mercy. Here I'm griping and complaining. Let's see, because we're at like 37. Oh, we don't get very cold that stays for days and days. But we survived. Another Arctic blast is supposed to be coming in pretty soon, in a couple more days. Ooh, but we'll survive it. My thing is, if I'm going to be this cold, I should be able to look out the window and see snow, pretty snow, not just ice. Oh, yeah, Holly, the sun came out here finally today. It came out. I was like, thank goodness we got some sunshine for a while. We got up to 50 here in northern Colorado. Sky Maiden said it feels good. I bet it does after as cold as y'all been. Man. TJ said, I have snow, but over the top of it is ice. Oh, goodness. Oh, it is stinking cold in our state. Yeah, it's cold in everybody's states. But it is what it is. Texas Plain Jane said, I'm ready for those 100 temperatures. Well, at least you can go outside, and get a tan, get something out of it. That's the way I always looked at the warmer weather. Oh, but once you get cold, it's hard to cool off. I don't know. I just enjoy summertime. I like the cold weather, but I like to be comfortable too. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. Anyways, guys, thank you all for being here. Appreciate y'all. Like I said, yesterday was a good stream. I really enjoyed it. It was just a relax, nothing on topic we had to stay with. And it was just a hangout time, getting to just chit and chat with y'all, because y'all get to chat all the time, and I'm over here trying to get everything out that I need to say and all those things. But I really enjoyed that yesterday. So thank you all for just let me have that. And like I said, we are back today on target, and we're going to be covering Sebastian. I put today's title, Where is Sebastian? That should be every day's title, because miraculously he has disappeared. Now, there is something that I've learned that I can actually say. It's been talked about Katie's dash cam. Mr. Chris wanted to keep it so secret. Maybe that's because her dash cam turned off after 6 minutes. From the time they left Texas Roadhouse to 6 minutes later, her dash cam turned off. No one knows where they went from there, but it was an hour and a half later when they show up back home. So, what happened in that hour and a half? They left at 6:30, Texas Roadhouse. Given a pretty lengthy extra time there would put it 14 to 15 minutes, but yet she doesn't get home till 8 o'clock. And 6 minutes after she left Texas Roadhouse, somehow her dash cam turned off. So no one knows where she went, what she did, who she met up with, who she talked to, who she saw. None of the above. They just know the first 6 minutes after leaving Texas Roadhouse. For 6 minutes, Sebastian was in that car. So I know there's been a lot of talk about, could he have been passed off there at the Texas Roadhouse? The 6 minutes has them traveling away from Texas Roadhouse. So he remained in the car with her. They drove for 6 minutes. Did she continue to keep driving? Did she turn it off herself? Not sure what happened exactly. That's it, Tina girl. Just 6 minutes. Narita, she told us she got home, but she told law enforcement she got home at 8. She told everybody here around 7, but it was 8. You know, I've wondered about the black. Is there even a black box in the car, or anything else they can go by? I don't know. All I know is um, her dash cam turned off at 6 minutes. Ivy's mom, you know, there is a certain route that she could have went after that 6 minute time. Mr. Chris has actually talked about that route where there are no cameras. And so I figure she knew that much as well, because the cameras they've checked, she hadn't been seen on any of the cameras. Hey, Daisy, everything okay, sweetie? I hope everything's good for you. And I know, right? And you know, even if you kind of stop and think about it, wouldn't she, if she had nothing to hide, wouldn't she tell us where she went and what she did after she left Texas Roadhouse? But then again, you got to go back to the fact that she hasn't told us the same story twice. So would we even believe her if she did tell us the truth? You know what I'm saying? At this point, there is so much suspicion. Yep, she has that live 360, and it was checked. Let's just say this, they don't know where she was. Hey Veronica, good to see you. So once again, Katie looks as suspicious as she always has been. I mean, you have a mother who tells conflicting times, one to law enforcement, one to the public. Why would you need to change your time story when you talk to the public? Yeah, Nani, way too many coincidences. Exactly. I will, TJ, I will. I haven't got that confirmed, Tina girl, that she turned that off, but I know this. They have no clue where she went after that 6-minute time. So if we know the dash cam got turned off somehow, some way, and didn't come back on, it would have been easy for her to turn off that 360 as well. Isn't it, Ivy Mom? Yes, Ivy's mom says it's strange that, CP and KP made it their business to know where cameras were and not. So, yep. Oh, yeah. And the many personalities and voices that she's, loves to throw out there to fit her narratives. Can y'all hear noise? I hope y'all don't hear noise. I'm right by the window over here, and they are running the blower thing because they're shaving the goat and they suck it up. The vacuum, big industrial vacuum thing sucks it up as they're cutting. So good, good, good. Um, she does tell on herself, Brenda Sue. She does. But I mean, if she was going to be 100% truthful, nothing to her story would ever have changed. Everything that she has told us and law enforcement would have panned out. The neighbor sees her driving in on their camera. You cannot tell if anybody other than Katie is in the car. She was banking on the fact that she was going to pass off who I believe was her, just my opinion, but I do believe it was her that took out the trash. Only process of elimination. Nobody else should have been there in that home. She had the dark colored clothing. She had the same kind of shoes Sebastian had on, and she had the hoodie. So was it her that took the trash down to the end of the road? And y'all saw the video. They walk exactly alike. She knows how he walks because he walks just like her. Did he run a little differently? Maybe so, but she can sure tell us exactly how he ran so she knows how to make it look like him. Just my opinion, 100%. But I think she banked on the fact that they were going to see that video. There was no lights in her driveway to prove otherwise. And they were just going to take her word that Sebastian made it home because he took out the trash. Because that's his chore. Katie tried hard to get everybody to think, hey, FBI, they've debunked that. They have, cleared that because of the way he ran. We've never seen a video of Sebastian running. I wonder if she even has one. You know what I'm saying? How does the FBI know how he runs? Because Katie's going to tell them? Katie has put out the narrative she wants everyone to believe. But like I say, that's just my opinion. But her alibi, her storyline, her timeline, it's all falling apart, in my opinion, of course, because, I don't know anything. I don't know nothing about this case. I'm way off, guys. Just ask around. People will tell you that. It's okay. It's okay. It's all good. Here we go, guys. As always, myself, along with moderators, subscribers, and anyone in chat, express their opinions. On this channel, we present speculation, possibilities, and show things found for everyone to decide for themselves what opinion they have. We're here for helpful purposes only. We're not here for drama, for hate, or anything negative. Please respect all opinion. And as always, my content's not to be used in a negative way at any time. And so it just makes me laugh when I stop and think of those who feel like, well, she's way off. Really? So you know the truth? You have proof of what actually happened? Because if that's the case, then you should tell law enforcement because they don't have all the facts. And I'm going to put our copyright banner up here. I'm going to get us some little music. Today we're going to listen to PASCAL's. His link to his channel is in the description here to this video. If you haven't subbed up to PASCAL, he's amazing. You should definitely check it out. And today, it's a call in that Seth calls in, and it's towards the very beginning of Sebastian going missing. We still didn't have a lot of pieces to the puzzle connected yet. But it's a good conversation that they have, and I wanted to go over it and listen to it. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, Clue from Cluminati over, on her channel and everything, in the beginning, she covered this, and I give her mad respect for the way she covered it at the time. Because she did ask and bring forth those little questions on certain little things that were said. Pretty much exactly what I've, had in my mind the whole time. She noticed little things that I noticed as well, and other things that I really hadn't, thought of. But now in the beginning, they were back in the father. I don't know what changed for her, but obviously we do know that she has totally changed her thought process. But this phone call, I had listened to it a while back, and yeah, she did flip. Lots of people have, but that's their choice and their prerogative. But don't expect me to flip, guys. Not gonna happen. But I was impressed with her noticing things that was very much what I was noticing as well. I did go listen to her covering this same phone call, and I was very impressed because we did have a lot of the same thoughts. This will be one of those times in this phone call where you will actually hear Seth say, "My son is gone." He doesn't like to use those words. He doesn't want to put anything out as if Sebastian's never coming back. And it's really strange to hear him say that. And it's sad at the same time. Oh, sorry. Another spam call. I forgot to turn off my ringer, guys. These calls are driving me bonkers. Whoopi brainwashed them into thinking they're going to get rich being on his side. Yeah. Well, drama sells. We know that. And those that switch to that side over there, they're making money. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And for those that flip-flop over to the other side, tells you who's here for Sebastian and who's really not. You know, I'm not saying to make money is an evil thing on this platform. We all start our channels. We all talk about what we want to and have our own thoughts about it. Whatever the subject is we're covering. And during the whole process, our intent is to grow our channel and to make some extra money. You know, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I don't, because I do. Thankfully, I have been fortunate enough that I can pay my storage buildings and still hold on to all of my possessions that I have that are put in storage. And that's because of you guys. Y'all watch the videos. You have the memberships. Y'all do the super chats. It's what we all do when we're over here and we have a channel and get to the point to where we can monetize. This grifting tagline that gets put out there all the time is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, but they've turned it into something hateful. You know, just like the time a creator decided to say I was grifting off of my dead son. Never ever would that ever be a thought for what I want to do. Hey, Nanny Sharon, how are you? But to come on here and present myself as a money-hungry person, no. They got the wrong person. They got the wrong person. But I would have to go to the drama channels to get that. And in my opinion, I think I'm better than that. You know what I'm saying, guys? I think you guys are better than that. And I'm not going nowhere y'all wouldn't want to go. But here, let's get off of that subject and let's get going and watch as Seth does this call in. Oh, and Nanny Sharon, there's a lot of us here that have cabin fever. We're ready to get this weather behind us and get out again. But let's listen to Seth early on and let's discuss this. Here we go. This is on the PASCAL show. And we're just going to start right up here about where he starts.
Of course, I wanted to share with you guys the interview in itself first before we go into any other greener pastures. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual interview. The news clip from this interview itself. Okay.
Exactly 2 weeks ago, we were just learning about the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers from Sumner County. Today, the search continues.
Real quick, hit the number 1. Let me know you guys can hear this. Okay, let's rock and roll. Like I said, this is 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 30 something seconds long. Okay, this is very short. All right, let me start it again.
Exactly 2 weeks ago, we were just learning about the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers from Sumner County. Today, the search continues. The case, though, we know is now a criminal investigation. Thanks for being with us at 6, everyone. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Kelsey Gibson.
Now, for anyone who didn't know, Sebastian Rogers' case went from a missing child investigation into a criminal investigation early on. It has remained the last year, almost 2 years, a criminal investigation. In order for that to happen, law enforcement does not believe he ran away. There is no evidence to even share or show or prove that Sebastian Rogers ran away like his mother wants to tell us. But yet there are suspicions enough to move it into the criminal investigation.
For Carrie tonight, for the first time, we are getting a look at family video of the missing 15-year-old. Sebastian's biological father gave it to Nick Barris during an exclusive on-camera interview.
Seth Rogers shares custody of his son, and the deputy with the Davidson County Sheriff's Department spent the past 2 weeks looking for Sebastian.
I'm hoping he's still alive. You know, that's my main hope right now, is that he's not deceased. I mean, I keep praying that he's alive. I keep praying that somebody's going to see him, or somebody's going to call 911.
Seth's 15-year-old son disappeared, barefoot and with a flashlight, from his mother and stepfather's home in Hendersonville, either late on Sunday, March 3rd, or early that Monday. Seth knows the key to finding his son may come from a tip. Several photographs have already been made public, and now he's released 2 video clips of Sebastian. In this first one, you see Sebastian up front on the left in yellow shorts, participating in a tug-of-war with fellow students.
And if you watch, it got swung around at the end like a little...
Man, he was giving it everything he had. God love him. He was trying.
ragdoll, and it's like, well, he gave it his best.
This second video shows Sebastian walking at his middle school graduation.
I was very proud of him. I mean, he successfully completed something.
Seth says his son, who is autistic, is not a wanderer. He finds it highly unlikely Sebastian would leave in the middle of the night barefoot, based on an experience his son had as a child.
He decided that he wanted to step into a mound of what he thought was dirt, and it was fire ants.
Oh.
And since then, it's always been, doesn't like to get his feet in the dirt. He likes to have his socks and shoes on.
Now I feel that's a big piece of information. Even though this is, a very short interview, this is big.
It really was, to hear Seth say those words, because we knew him to have ran away barefooted. I have grandkids that they'll walk all around barefooted. They don't have a problem with it. So I didn't really think much of it in the beginning, other than the fact that most autistic kids have sensitive type issues, feel to touch, that kind of thing. And I would have thought maybe being barefooted might have not felt right to him, but hey, kids are kids, right? But then to hear his father speak out about these ants, that was huge. That's when everybody started looking back inside that house. That was a turning point for Sebastian's case, because at that point, all of Sebastian's shoes had been accounted for by his mother and his stepfather. And now we learned he's not going to go outside without his shoes or his socks on. Even his mother said he had socks on if he just ran the trash out. But now we're supposed to believe, according to what she's told us, he's barefooted.
Okay, that's important. Okay, that's muy importante in my personal opinion. Okay, he doesn't like being barefoot. He doesn't like getting dirty. So why would he run out here in the woods or anywhere else and just be barefoot? If he doesn't like that, why would he do that? Now, I will say this, Seth, if that is really you, the phone number is in the chat. Okay. So please give a call if you can. That'll be great. All right.
I'm gonna say this. Pretty much, if Sebastian left that home barefooted, if he wasn't the type of kid who liked the touch and the sensory thing was an issue, guys, Sebastian would have stayed on the road, on the asphalt, the concrete, sidewalks, something to that sort. To go walking in the winter time when all the leaves have fell on the ground, there's twigs everywhere. I just don't see it possible. I don't see it happening. And yet we don't see him on any video footage walking in between homes, on the road, on the sidewalks. None at all. Absolutely nothing.
I am going to hold on 1 second. I want to finish the rest of this video before a phone call comes in. So let's finish this video real quick before a phone call comes in. All right, here we go.
Seth won't rule out the possibility of foul play, that someone is involved in his son's disappearance. And if Sebastian is able, he says he needs to call for help.
He needs to call 911. And if somebody has him, you need to give him back. He's my son, and he doesn't belong to nobody, but damn it, he's mine. And he's mine.
That statement right there is what I want to focus on. He says, if someone has him, damn it, give him back. He's my son. I'm wondering at this point, did Seth think someone took Sebastian and is holding him in their home, keeping him hidden away, maybe? Maybe he's just saying someone just randomly off the streets picked him up and took him home like a lost little puppy. I don't know. But this is very, very early on, and Seth is making the statement, if someone has him, bring him home. He's mine. Not yours.
Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
Okay. That is basically the whole interview that they put out. Okay? With Seth. Okay, guys. Let's find out. Hey, y'all.
Nanny Sharon, welcome to the membership. How exciting. We're so excited to have you. Welcome to the family. And for that, let's play you a song. Welcome to the South.
Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. So can I get a amen? Welcome to the South.
Welcome, Nanny Sharon, to the family. We're so excited to have you as part of our family. Welcome aboard. All right, guys, let's listen. Seth is calling in, so Texas Plain Jane says, it's possible. Look at the 3 girls in Ohio. They were held in that basement. It is possible. Anything is possible. But here we go.
Mike with the PASCAL Show. What's your name and where you calling from?
Calling from Clarksville, Tennessee. My name is Seth Rogers.
Seth, first off, thank you so much for calling in. Let me just say that first off. Thank you so much for calling in. How are you doing?
About as best as I can. My son's missing. And I wanted to tell you thank you because you're getting this out to more people. We've been passing flyers out. We've got all the way to Chattanooga. We've got billboards all the way up to Memphis.
Yeah.
We reached out to malls to see if we can get flyers out there to try to find him. And I want to tell you thank you. Everybody who's helped me try to find my son, I appreciate it.
Of course. I mean, well, you know, of course, we are only here to bring your son back home. You know, of course, home to safety. You have a second. Of course, you called in, and again, I know that you're really busy. What have you been up to all day today so far? Can you give us like a little bit of a breakdown of what the day's been so far for you guys out there?
I've been out because it's me and some of his extended family that have been doing flyers and stuff. So I've been passing out flyers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I've been going to businesses, passing out flyers. Everybody knows, like in my town, in Clarksville, everybody knows and everybody's seeing it. But tomorrow I have a trip planned. I've got 7 different locations I'm going to see if I can find anything that and put more flyers up.
Right on. Right on.
I'm it.
Okay. I hate to do it, but I got to. When did we ever hear Katie and Chris say, tomorrow we're going to go to all these different locations and put out more flyers? All they ever have said is, please keep sharing this flyer. Please keep sharing this flyer. But here's Seth telling us, this is what we're doing. We're going to all these places to make sure there's flyers out there everywhere. So people driving can see. People stopping in at these different places can see his face and know he's missing. And there's been people from close by to Katie and Chris that have said there's several places that they go into and never ever see a flyer. Katie and Chris should have their whole town littered with flyers. But it never seemed to happen. 2 years later, still isn't happening.
I mean, I'm going to the south side of Nashville tomorrow to put flyers up everywhere.
Yeah. No, I understand that. Have there been any leads, any leeway, any semblance of any type of hope in finding Sebastian in your search?
I always have hope. I always have hope. I always have hope. I got to have hope because I can't believe that he's dead.
Yeah. If you mind me,
So I get up every morning and I hit the road.
Yeah.
I drive around, put flyers out, and I hope that I get to see him. I hope I get to make a left-hand turn and he's there, or I jump on the interstate and
right.
he's walking himself to me.
Yeah.
I just keep praying.
Of course, and we're all praying with you. Trust me, brother, we are all praying with you.
In order for Sebastian, it took Seth about 2 hours to drive from his home to Hendersonville. It would be quite the trek for Sebastian to walk there without being seen on any camera, because that would mean he would have to go through the woods. He would have to have very, very, very good navigation skills to walk through the woods to get to his father's without being seen. But yet all those woods around his home within the first few hours were scoured over and searched. And Sebastian was nowhere to be found. I honestly believe from the time that phone call happened saying, hey, this is Chris Proudfoot, Sheriff Weatherford, my stepson, our son, he's missing. He ran away. from that time to the time they searched the first day, if Sebastian would have been anywhere surrounding that home, he would have been found. But he wasn't. I honestly believe from that phone call, Sebastian was already out of the area completely.
If you mind me asking, where were you when you got the phone call that he was missing?
Well, I just got off of work at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I turned around and I got to my vehicle, got in there, and there was a text message from the stepfather. Call me, it's 911. And I called him, and he told me that Maxwell was missing.
Yeah.
And I left from there and drove straight to his mom's house. And I was there all day, waiting for something, some type of information. I saw him bring the dogs in. I was sitting there watching police come in and out, ask questions.
Yeah.
And they asked those questions, of course. And the first thing they did is, where were you? And I'm like, I've been at work for the last 12 hours.
Yeah.
They turned around, they took our phones, make sure that everything.
Now you heard him. Within the first few hours, all those dogs came in. All those dogs. Several dogs came in throughout the day. And yet law enforcement tells us they did not pick up Sebastian's scent leaving that home. So if Sebastian was never seen coming out of the home that day, how did he get out of there? He obviously did not walk out, or the dog would have caught that scent. So how did Sebastian disappear and not leave a scent?
That we stated was verifiable.
Right. And he's not known, Sebastian's not known, as you said as well, he's not known to just go and wander off or just to just run off the way that he did, correct?
Correct. He's never been one to do that sort of stuff.
So if you mind me asking this, and it's going to be kind of,
Now, Seth says he's never been known as one to do that. Do y'all remember early on when there was mention of Sebastian would get mad or whatever, and he would go back to his old school? They would find him at his old school, White House. I need to find that clip, because Katie and Chris both say he's, never been a runner. Seth says it as well, but I remember hearing early on about Sebastian from time to time going back to his old school when he was upset. If any of y'all know where I can find that, please email me and let me know. I would appreciate it, because I'd like to go over that and hear it.
a few tough questions to ask you. I know if you don't want to answer them, then that's totally fine. But when you went into the house, was there anything different or anything off maybe in the house when you were there?
No.
Nanny Sharon says here, they found him under a truck of the neighbors too, right? From what I understand, the girl at one time had said, that lived in that neighborhood, said she thought she saw him under the truck. They went to look. It was not Sebastian. It was someone else. Yeah, Kiki said that's in the phone dispatch call. So I'll go over that and listen to it because I got questions. I mean, if he's not known to run away, leave his home and walk off, that would be something that they said he's done before. So wouldn't that qualify him as being a kid that could get mad and leave? Exactly. If he's never yeah, exactly, Kiki. She says, wait, if he's never ran off before, how would he be running off to the school? It was his old school. He felt comfortable there. He felt protected there. And he went there from time to time when he would get mad. I remember all that in the beginning. And guys, we need to go back and listen to that. But yet all three parents tell us that he doesn't run away. So I got questions about that. You know, let's listen to it. Let's see if we're hearing it the way I think we're hearing it. Yeah, Rhonda, I'll get the distance and everything so we can look at that. I'll definitely go over that for sure. Because that part's always bothered me. And another hang up call. Cool. All right, here we go.
I walked in the house, it seemed normal. Everything was clean. Everything was pristine like it normally is.
Like it normally is.
Except for his room.
Except for his room. Now, there's moms here in the chat. There are the moms that their house needs to be neat and tidy, everything put into their place all the time. If you take stuff up, you put it back. There's moms in here that are more relaxed. At the end of the day, we'll pick it all up, not going to stress over it kind of thing. And Katie seemed to be that OCD neat freak kind of person. But yet Sebastian's room was a mess. And this is something I had never really thought about, guys, seriously, until Clue brought it up. And I was like, oh my God. If Katie was such a neat freak with her house, everything was in pristine condition. Miss Rhonda said 2 sons, one's a slob, one's OCD, right? But if Katie was such a neat freak, and Katie also knew that if Sebastian's room wasn't 100% on target for Chris, that Sebastian's toys and things, items that he cares about, that's in his room, his personal little space there, would be put into a trash bag and thrown away. Wouldn't you think that that mother, knowing her child had the special needs and everything, and as helpless as they made him out to seem, you know, in the beginning, wouldn't you think that mother would help her son? Stay on him a little bit more or something? Here, let's go in here and get your room picked up because we don't want you to have to throw away your stuff again. And Diana says, am I in the right room now? Yay, Diana, we found you. You found us. But do y'all see what I'm saying? Katie never, I guess, did that. She left Sebastian to deal with his own things in his room. And if Mr. Chris made the choice to put him in a trash bag and make Sebastian carry it out to the trash can, so be it. Is that the kind of mother Katie was? You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't she have helped him along the way? If she was so over compulsed with her house being spotless, then I would think she would have been that way to help her son in his room learn how to put things correctly so that her husband didn't come in and make him throw his stuff away. Just kind of goes back to the same point that I've been kind of saying all along. She really didn't care, did she? I'm just saying that did really kind of stand out to me when she brought that to my attention. I was like, whoa, what? Now went backwards a little bit, rewound a little bit, listened to it again, and I'm like, oh my God, she's making legit sense here. Chris is the one that Sebastian's room had to be just perfect, or his stuff would be put in a trash bag. Chris's words. I'm not making that crap up. And then Sebastian would have to carry his own trash bag, put it in the trash. Didn't matter what it was. If it wasn't in place, it's gone. Remember Mr. Chris giving us all of us parenting lessons. Like any of us would have paid any attention, but that's beside the point. But I would think the mother would be the one person in her son's corner to try to help him so that he doesn't continue to lose every item he owns. I guess maybe she didn't care.
I gotcha. Except for his room. Okay. Have they been out? Has the stepdad and the mom, have they been out searching at all, or have they just stayed home?
From my understanding, my talks with Chris and by their Katie, they've been out putting flyers and posters in the ground.
Okay. I do have another question, because you did make a statement. It was in an article. It wasn't, I don't know if it was in this video that we just watched, this interview, which, by the way, there's a longer version of this interview, right?
I haven't seen the interview. I mean,
okay.
I was interviewed, but I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. But there is something that you said in the interview that was actually put into an article. Said something about there was no scent, okay? Like the dogs weren't picking up a scent, but one dog followed a scent out into a construction site and then it disappeared. Could you maybe expand on that or explain a little bit more about that?
One of the dog handlers told me first day,
wow,
Monday, that the dog popped to a trail and they followed it and went all the way around and it ended in a construction site, but it ended. It's like there was nothing there.
Right. And that's a little odd.
Which
right?
Leads me to believe that, well, if it ends, normally the scent ends when you stop traveling on foot.
Now, there has been along the way somewhat of a confirmation that scent was not Sebastian's, because law enforcement tells us there was no scent of Sebastian found going away from his home. But this scent, however, the dog picked up, which was a continuous scent, makes you wonder, Did they have the dogs go up to Katie and sniff around on her for a minute? Katie, did you pet the doggies? Did the doggies sniff on you, Katie? Just wondering. Thank you, Kiki. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm wondering if that might have been his mother's scent. Just wondering. Because we do have it confirmed by law enforcement, Sebastian's scent was not found. So whose scent would it have been that that dog picked up on? There would be scents all over the place there because people walk around all the time in that neighborhood. But for a dog to pick a scent and follow that scent, if it wasn't Sebastian's, the only other person left in that home would be Katie. So Katie might have been in the construction site? Huh. Just wondering. Possibility. Girl mom too. Or Melissa's husband. That man is creepy in her opinion. Who knows? I would just think for a dog to take up a scent and follow that path, that dog had to have had that scent previous and picked up that scent from that person or that person's article of clothing or shoes or something like that, right? They got to know which scent am I going to follow. I'm not going to follow Joe Blow's scent down the road that just walks his dog every night. That's not the scent the dog picked up. Because that dog wasn't sniffing on Joe Blow's scent down the road. So, I don't know. I'm just wondering if KK petted those puppy doggies. Did she love on them? Did she let them sniff her? Just a question.
From my understanding, that would mean that he got into a car.
If he got into a car, just so I understand the construction site itself, did the scent stop in the middle of the construction site, or did it stop on the side of the road? Ah, okay.
They didn't tell me.
Okay, because I'm curious
because
how
I'm the most.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm not. No problem. I'm not part of that sheriff's department, so
yeah,
they're not going to share information with me.
Of course.
On top of that, I'm emotionally attached.
Right.
So they don't want me involved in the investigation.
I gotcha.
So everything I do is pretty much on my own. If I go search somewhere, I'm under pretty much orders to turn around and call TBI and tell them where I'm going so that they know.
Yeah.
Because they know I'm searching by myself. And if I come up missing, they want to know where I was last at.
No kidding.
Because they don't want me coming up missing and my son being missing.
Right. So as far as...
You know, he has a legit point there. Law enforcement's not going to share. You know, I continue to state it over and over and over. No one's been cleared. But besides that, you're the parent. Let law enforcement do their job. And they're not going to share every detail with the parent. It's just the way it works. No offense to Seth, and he seems to understand that process.
A few things, though. I know you live somewhere else, but you are still very tight. You're still very tight with Sebastian. So I'm curious, Did he tell you of any issues at school? Did he have any, was he dealing with any type of bullies, enemies, anything like that at school?
Not that I am aware of. I am tight with my son. I moved from California to Tennessee so I could be close enough to go pick up my son.
Oh, good
He'll
on
get
you.
far enough that when I pick him up, he's don't want to be in her backyard.
Right.
Because she's not my wife.
Understandable.
Yeah.
That's respectful. And I totally understand what you're saying. And that's good on you for wanting to be in closer proximity to your son. I think that's very endearing. Real talk. Was there any online forums or anything of that sort? Did he game a lot? Could he have been online somewhere
games.
talking to people? Yeah.
He played games at my house. My PlayStation is pretty much locked down for my own sake, because I don't. If I don't know you,
right,
I don't want you popping in to talk to me. So it's like everybody on my PlayStation that are on my friends list.
Yeah.
I know personally.
Yeah.
So there's no way that he would have been talking to somebody without me knowing, because they're my friends. They're not his friends.
Yeah. No,
I mean, they would call me up and be like, your son's on your account, right? I'm like, yeah. I'm sitting next to him.
Okay, another thing, and like I said, I'm kind of referring back to, what I heard commented on. Why would his friends be calling him? If Sebastian didn't have a headset on, legit point here, how would they know it was Sebastian playing and not Seth? And they're going to call and say, hey, did you know your son is playing on your account? That does strike me kind of odd. I don't know the gaming rules and how all that work. I am by far not a gamer, not since Mario Brothers, okay? I completed several levels of that one. And I didn't advance as technology advanced, right? But if, according to what he said, how's Sebastian communicating with them if he didn't have this headset on? Maybe he did, Lolo. Maybe that's it. He had his own user ID on Seth's account. Is that possible? Like I said, I don't know. But it did leave me hanging with that question. Maybe he played it different. Yeah, see, I was very confused. When you're playing a game, people know how you play them. When someone else plays under your name, they don't play the same, and you can tell that it wasn't that person. Texas played James with me. She ain't no gamer. Okay, so there's a legit way people would have known. And I thought it was kind of strange his friends calling him, but hey, whatever. But I just didn't know the game process.
He's in his recliner. I'm in my recliner.
Right. You guys are spending time together.
He's playing there, and I'm on my phone playing Call of Duty, and he's on the PlayStation playing Modern Warfare.
Right on.
I mean, I know what he's doing because I'm right next to him.
Yeah.
So it's like any conversations or anything that he didn't have the headphones.
Right.
So, and it's a PS4, it's not a PS5, so it doesn't pick up your stuff through the remote or anything.
Yeah.
So it's like the only way he would have had contact with any of them is if he had headphones on, and I made him not wear headphones because you're not going to talk to random people.
Right.
You don't know who, and I explained to him, you don't know who these people are. They could tell you one thing, and they could be some guy that's like in his 50s or something, looking for some kid.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, those internet streets are dangerous, man. Those internet streets are dangerous. So let's talk about outside of the internet.
Okay, so we know, pretty much everybody in here knows that there are multiple lawsuits out against Roblox because of adults in there playing with children, luring them out. There was the one boy that left his home to go meet up with another man that he got to know while playing Roblox. Miriam said Sebastian shouldn't play that game with Seth's friends, in her opinion. True Girl Mom, too, says, and if he was talking to someone, FBI would have those messages. So, yeah. I just didn't understand that process. How would they know it was Sebastian kind of thing? Because, like I said, back in the Super Mario Brother days, and you're playing and just he's jumping and hitting them coins and stuff. That's where my gaming experience ended. I can play Candy Crush, but other than that, I'm out. So I wasn't sure how they would know it was Sebastian. But now I know when he played with Uncle Taco, if I'm not mistaken, he wore the headset and they communicated. So I'm not sure. I just had that question and a little iffy on that.
Did he ever express any issues about his home environment at all?
Not at his mom. He never expressed anything about his mom and dad's stepfather's place.
Okay.
He liked the dogs. He was supposed to come live with me at the end of school. Summer break, he was supposed to move in with me full time.
Oh, wow. He was supposed to. Oh, wow.
This is this is what both me and him have wanted for years.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand that. And now you're out looking for him.
Now, I gotta find him so he can come live with me.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Of course, I'm not trying to point any blame or anything of that sort. But the situation in which he just vanished into thin air is very suspicious in my personal opinion.
Everything about Sebastian disappearing is suspicious. End of story. When you say the words, children do not disappear. People do not disappear. Just poof, gone off the face of the earth. No answers. They're just gone. No, they don't. And they don't, instantly turn invisible. Therefore, everything is very, very sus.
What are your thoughts as far as him vanishing in the way that he did vanish?
I'm missing something. Like I've stated since day one, none of this makes sense.
Yeah.
There's something missing out of this puzzle, and I don't know what it is. And I hope that law enforcement has figured out the missing piece so that they can bring my son back to me.
Right. Has there been anything that you've heard so far? Maybe a piece of a clue, anything you said? I understand that there's pieces to this puzzle that are missing, but did they happen to give you at least something that could be some semblance of a piece to a puzzle?
No, they're not including me in on. They tell me what they do, but they're not including me in on what they find.
I understand. I do understand. Especially with your with your experience, of course, being a police officer as well. I can only imagine. Deputy sheriff, with all due respect, my apologies.
Sorry. Well, I take my oath to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of Tennessee very, very dearly to my heart. As a deputy sheriff, that's what we're supposed to do. Make sure people don't infringe upon people's constitutional rights.
Yeah.
Sebastian Rogers has a constitutional right to be able to live his life free, carefree. But it seems as if possibly every bit of his rights have been taken from him. It's sad, but it's true. He had rights to live a life without abuse, but the adults in his home took that rights away from him. He has a right to tell his story, and that, friends, is why we continue every day doing what we're doing for Sebastian, because he deserves to have his rights, to say his say, and to live his life.
I got a few more questions. What was the last time you had a conversation with Sebastian? How
Thursday.
It was Thursday. Okay, so you
Thursday before he left.
Before he disappeared, or you mean before he left?
Yeah.
Okay, so
before he left.
Okay.
I mean, because he's gone.
Right.
I mean, he's gone.
Right.
Those are words you never hear Chris say. He's gone. He's just gone. The question still remains, where did he go? Where is he? What happened to him? And like I said earlier, you probably won't ever hear Seth say those words, but his son is just gone.
He's left.
So,
but
how
he either
often?
left the house of his own free will, or he didn't. And if he went outside, I don't know what happened to him.
Absolutely. So then let me ask you this then. Did you guys correspond or at least make phone calls often? Like, was it a daily thing, or would it be sporadic every once in a while you get a chance to talk to Sebastian? I'm just curious about the rhythm here, because it seems like Thursday and then it's just flatline, no communication whatsoever. So how often were you actually corresponding with your son?
I called him Thursday. I don't call him on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, because he's with his mom.
Right.
That way, when I have him Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's just a mutual thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, normally I would call him every day or every other day at about 3:30, because he would be home from school by then and either be working on his homework, or if he didn't have any homework, he was doing chores that his mom had him doing.
Gotcha.
And I would call him to ask him how school was. Normally we would talk for maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was routine. Call him up. How was school? Did your mama leave you any chores?
Yeah. So, but this was a.
Now, see, we just talked about the fact that if Katie was as OCD as she wants everybody to believe, that she would have probably, more than likely, being the mother, helped her son keep his room clean so he didn't lose every item he ever owned. Here's a father that doesn't live in the house, but he's making those calls to his son. Hey, what are your chores for today? Did you do this? Did you do that? he's doing the job that Sebastian's mom should have done all along.
Monday
It's just been
through,
done.
but this was more of a Monday through Friday type of thing. But then the weekends, you would leave him be to spend time with mom, correct?
I would pick him up on Fridays on my weekend. I would pick him
Gotcha.
up. I'd be waiting at their house when he got off the bus.
Ah, I see. But this weekend was not
So
your
this-
weekend, or this particular weekend was
That
not your weekend, right?
No, that was his mama's weekend.
Gotcha.
Excuse me. Kiki says, hang on, did your mom leave you any chores? So KP left him a lot alone, allegedly. And Katie tells us this. He would get off the school bus, go in the home, and then she would come home a couple of hours later because she was working. So yes, Sebastian was left alone. And you know, Seth talked about when he would have to go to work, Sebastian would have to be by himself for just a little while. And the other side flipped out. Made such a big issue because Seth was going to leave his child alone. Oh my God. But they didn't talk about the fact that Katie did that all the time. You see, you got to remember, though, Katie put out the narrative and her husband followed it of Sebastian being so helpless and so immature and can't handle anything and think for himself, basically. But yet he was grown up enough that she felt comfortable leaving Sebastian at home. Seth had the opportunity during that time frame to call and check in with his son every day. Well, as long as Mr. Chris had taken Sebastian's phone away from him so that nobody could talk to him. So think about that. Mr. Chris took Sebastian's phone as a punishment. Katie and Seth both had to ask him, please, can Sebastian have his phone back? Chris told them both, he will have to come and ask me himself. So that tells us that during the times that Katie left Sebastian at home alone, should something have happened, Sebastian didn't even have a phone to call for help. I wonder who looks bad on that one. Let's listen some more.
Gotcha. You know, wow. Okay, I do have to ask you this, and maybe you know, maybe you don't know. But when did Chris go to Memphis? Do you have any knowledge of that, when he actually left for that job on Monday?
Well, I don't think he left Monday. I think he'd already been there all week.
So he was out there all weekend. From what you
week.
all week? Oh wow. Okay, that's interesting.
So Seth was under the impression that basically Mr. Chris had been out there all week long. The week leading up, the weekend of, all the things. Mr. Chris was there. Funny how Mr. Chris's car in the area at 1:30. Of course, Mr. Chris tells us it's 1:30 the day after Sebastian went missing. But they only run the ping sites up until Sebastian went missing. They didn't need to find out where everybody was after Sebastian had already gone missing. So reason of deduction puts that at 1:30 a.m. So if that is correct, Mr. Cruz wasn't there the whole time. Just saying.
He was gone all week.
I believe so.
You believe so? Okay.
Normally, I believe so, because normally if I have him,
Yeah.
Sebastian's mom would go to Memphis. If I had Sebastian over the weekend, she would normally go to Memphis.
I see. Okay. Interesting. So he might, okay. So he could have been there for a while.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Sebastian's mom is with him. She wakes up Monday morning, and he's gone. So there's that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday where he could have disappeared. That could have been time somewhere around that time.
Okay, remember, guys, this is early on. We now have seen the Texas Roadhouse video. We know Sebastian was alive and well at 6:30 p.m. on Sunday, the 25th. That was the last time he was seen. So we know after 6:30 p.m., Sebastian disappeared anywhere from 6:30 p.m. to 6:33 a.m. the next morning, anywhere in that time frame. Because no one saw Sebastian that has come forward and stated, I saw him at this time. He was alive and well. No video footage captured him alive and well after she drove off with him at 6:30 from Texas Roadhouse. And remember, for this next 6 minutes after, Sebastian was alive and well because they can hear him. Then the dash cam goes off. So we know for 6 minutes after he left Texas Roadhouse, he was still alive and with Katie. Okay, this ain't looking good for you, sister. It just really, it's not. Everything continues to go back to you, girl. You, KK. You're the common denominator here. When you do a math problem, you got to find the solution to get to the answer, and you're all part of the equation here. And there's one of you missing. It can make sense, right?
Let's just say. I mean,
No.
you know.
Sebastian disappeared sometime Sunday night, Monday morning.
Sunday night, Monday morning. Okay. I apologize.
There's evidence, there's video proof of Sebastian with Katie Sunday evening.
Are there cameras in the house? Or around
No.
the actual house?
They went to dinner.
Gotcha. So they did go to dinner on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And there's actual video proof of that.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Well, Seth, do you have anything that you want our listeners to know about the search, about Sebastian? Anything that can help in finding him?
I just ask people, keep your head up and your eyes open. If you see him, please call 911.
Yeah.
know, if he's hungry, give him some food. If you see him outside your house, do not let him in your house. Call 911.
Okay, that part right there. Y'all help me understand this, because that has always stood out to me when I've heard this in the past. If you see him outside your house, do not take him in your house. Why would he say that? If I saw Sebastian outside of my home and I could talk to him and confirm he was Sebastian, I don't want to just come inside and get my phone real quick, come inside and get him some food, but take it back out there to him and all the things. I'm going to say, hey, honey, come on. Why don't you come in my house? Have a seat and rest for a little bit. Let's get the phone and call your dad. He does Texas plainly. He really does seem like he's very tired. Yeah, I guess so. For a mom too, because they could be a suspect. I just thought that was strange, because I would want to bring that baby in the house and protect him till somebody can get to him. You know what I'm saying? That just was kind of odd to me, and I'm like, maybe I'm just taking it different or wrong. But yeah, I would want to make sure he came in and have a seat. Let me get him something to drink, and let me get him some cookies, or, you know, a sandwich or something. I want to protect him. I want to leave him outside. But then again, I'm not a suspect, so.
911. Get him something to eat. Get him something to drink.
Can I ask?
I'm pretty sure he's starving.
Right. Do you mind me asking one more question? I know. I was just trying to wrap it up with you, but I got one last question, because I know that he was on medication as well. Was there any possible medication that he took that could give him some sort of mental break or some sort of psychotic break where he would just wander off without shoes on in the middle of the night?
I have no idea. I've asked TBI and Sumner County to check to see if that is, and nothing.
And he's never done anything like this before, correct?
Cool. Yes, sir.
Okay. Not out of spite or out of anger, out of protest. He's never done anything like just leave or walk off or anything like that out of just being a teenager with angst, you know?
I love my son, and I love my son a lot. And I have thoroughly aggravated him at different points in times.
Of course.
Because I'm his dad.
I was going to say, you're not a dad if you're not doing that. You know what I mean?
And he has never once walked out my front door. No matter.
You know, here we go back to that same question. What made him walk to White House, to his old school? I've got questions about that I can't seem to shake. Is that something that was just a one-time thing? Is that something that happened a lot when they first moved there, and it just stopped, or I don't know, guys. We're gonna look into that some more.
How mad I've made him.
Yeah.
You know, he has stormed off to his room. He has sat there and, I don't want to talk to you. And I'm like, well, you can get over it. I'm your dad.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk to you whether you want to talk to me or not.
Yeah, absolutely.
You giving me an attitude? Go load the dishwasher.
Right.
There we go.
You know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Your attitude ain't going to stop the fact that you live in this house and there's things that need to be done.
Yeah.
You know, I've taught him that don't let people get you mad or angry.
Yeah.
You know, that's you losing control and them having control over you.
Yeah.
You know, don't be like that. Be better than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
He you know, because I understand that he's autistic. I love him no matter what.
Yeah.
But I also understand that kids are cruel, especially in schools.
That they
You know,
are.
we all did with that. If you weren't the popular one, you could be made fun of or whatnot. And I wanted him to already have an understanding that those people that do that are just insecure. And they're wanting control or power over you. And you getting angry gives them that. But if you look at them and just smile and brush it off,
Yeah.
because it ain't worth it. Their opinion is not worth it.
Kill them with kindness, right?
Or food, school food, either one.
I will say,
Miss Rhonda asked if we know if that's for a fact. It's mentioned in the dispatch call. And so that's kind of always piqued my interest. And that's why I brought it up. I have heard that. But I think we're going to look into it a little bit more just to see the wording that's used. Is it often? Do they mention, is this just a one-time thing or what it might be, you know, kind of thing? We're going to look into it.
Seth, I do appreciate you calling in and just because this was very impromptu, everybody. Okay. Let me just be completely honest. This was not planned. But I do appreciate you calling in. You know,
I watched your podcast. I watched your podcast earlier, and you said you'd be back on at 8:00.
Yes, sir.
And I watched your podcast a couple days ago because you're keeping my son's face out there. You're keeping his name out there. And the more that we can do that, the less likely it will become a cold case.
Absolutely.
My son will become a cold case. I want him found.
Bless his heart.
We all want him found. I'm going to be honest. We, just like Chelsea just said, we have an army behind you, sir. People are putting in a lot of green heart emojis in the chat right now. You know, people are really showing a lot of love. Discerning just said, we in Hendersonville are behind you, Seth. We are with you. That's what she said. There's a lot of people here that are praying for his safe and swift return. And yes, we will continue to say his name and we will continue to talk about Sebastian here until we find out what's going on, right? Until we get him home. And that's the...
All righty, guys, we're going to stop it right there because that's pretty much down to the end. If you want to watch that whole entire show with Pascal, definitely go check out his channel. Watch it. He's had some really great shows when it comes to Sebastian. Like so many of the other creators, you know, they moved on to other things, other cases, because there's nothing at this point that's new or breaking or anything more to add. And that is the reason why we're going back and listening to these things, hearing these things again, knowing what we know now. What did we miss? Did we miss something? Tam, look at you being a member for 11 months. She said, love Lolly's hard work. Thanks a million, Lolly. No, thank you, Tam, for being here with us for so long and believing in our channel. Golly, I love you, girl. Thank you so much. And, you know, yeah, Tina girl, it breaks my heart. And that was 2 years ago, she says, you know. About it. 2 years almost. We're just shy of 1 month and it will be 2 years. It's heartbreaking. No matter me sitting here, just reminding everybody, being on the up and up, straight up honest with everybody, is much as I say it, it's just a fact. The parents have not been cleared. Does that make them all 3 suspects? I'm not sure how the law enforcement looks at that, but, after this long, they may still be looking at all 3 parents as suspects. But does that mean Seth is not hurting? Oh, no way. That is not what that means. That man is experiencing grief beyond anything that's ever imaginable. And I've said it before, I'll continue to say it. There are those of us in this chat that exactly know that grief of waking up without your child. It's a grief that I would never wish on my worst enemy. It is a grief that can completely destroy you. And there are some of us who have to, along the way, learn to start crawling back to try to figure out who we're supposed to be now. Katie don't seem to have that problem, and therefore I do look at her in a certain light. I question how she can just go to Florida, have a fun weekend with the family and, her stepdaughter, and then go to lunch with her girlies with a big old smile on her face. And her son's been gone for 5 months. It's things like that that make me wonder, is this child in a home somewhere? Does she know he has a bed, food, all those things? Or did she shut down completely and left all of her emotions in the background for no one to see? Because the truth is too unbearable. Friends, I don't sugarcoat my feelings over here. I've never have. I've tried to be as kind and polite about it as possible, but when it comes to getting down to the nitty-gritty and the bones of it all here with Sebastian's case, Katie was the last one with her child. End of story. If he didn't make it home, then her dash cam being turned off 6 minutes into that drive home, that pretty much tells the story. If he did make it home, she was with him in that home. Too much piling up against her. The woman who can't tell the same story twice. The truth never changes. And the truth remains that Sebastian is missing in the most crucial time of the timeline after they got home from Texas Roadhouse, supposedly. Katie can't tell us the same story twice. So yeah, all of it goes back to looking at her. in my opinion, of course. And so, hang on just a minute, guys, real quick. Okay, hold on, real quick. All righty. Okay, guys, sorry. My granddaughter came up here. Anyways, Sebastian deserves to be found. He deserves to be home. He deserves to live his life. And like I say, Katie holds the key to where he is right now. I honestly, in my gut, believe that. I believe she's not grieving. I believe she has shut down every fiber that she has in her body. She shut down all of her emotions when it comes to her son. But then again, I'm starting to question and wonder, had she been doing that for quite a while before he ever went missing? Because she didn't protect him from his stepfather and the abuse that was happening there. She didn't stand up for him, and she allowed her sister-in-law to talk to him like a dog in public. We all heard that video. She talks to him like he's trash. So maybe those emotions were already being shut down. Maybe she knew that time was coming. Thank you, sweetie. She gave my dog some water. You never heard it, Sky Maiden? I've got it somewhere. I'll dig it up and pull it up and play it for you. I will try to find it. They're doing that game show. And it was supposedly for his birthday. And he wanted to do that game show thing. And she's like, no, she doesn't. Because he said she needs to do something, somebody else on the other team or something. And the words she used in the oh, it's harsh. Yeah, we'll play it for you. I'll find it. We'll play it. Because it's really sad how she talks to him. Just not cool. Not cool. Well, guys, I'm kept y'all on here long enough. Hey, September Rain. Good to see you, sweet, sweet girl. Hope you're well. But I've kept y'all on here long enough. I'm going to let y'all get out of here. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the commentary and for your love for Sebastian. I can't wait for the day that we can find out what happened to him and be able to bring him home. You know, just, hey, Ashley. Oh, thank you, sweetie. So glad you stopped in. But he deserves it. I can't say that part enough. He deserves it. And those who have helped in his disappearance deserve what's going to come their way. Because you see, when adults make choices And those choices are bad. There are consequences. And we got the perfect song for KK's Perp Walk. We will be ready to watch. Anyways, guys, we'll be back again tomorrow and we'll do some more diving in. We'll be listening to more things, questioning more things, seeing if we missed anything else. September Rain says, "Oh yes, it's a coming. It's a coming." Oh, love you guys so much. I appreciate y'all more than y'all know. And until tomorrow, love and hugs, everybody. Good night.
Thank you.